Hello, some of you may know me, some of you may not know me, but my name is Alexandra Beauvoir and I was number 13 on Beast Games. I am about to let y'all in on the tea about Beast Games, all the behind the scenes. I've seen all your messages, I've seen all your questions, and that's exactly why I'm making this video. And even for the people who haven't asked me the questions, well, here's just a little insight into the Beast Games. Before we go in too deep, I'm going to start off with the easiest question of how did I get in Beast Games? I am an actress here in Miami, Florida. So therefore, I was looking through some casting calls and I saw one that said Beast Games. Now, I watched a few MrBeast videos in the past and I'm like, why not? I remember telling my husband about the casting and he's like, just do it because you never know if you'll go on there or not. And you see what happened? I filmed a little audition video saying a little bit about myself. I actually have it here on my YouTube channel for y'all to watch, so you can pause the video and go watch it. It is cringy, just so you know. Trust me, if you pick me, you will not be disappointed, okay? Sent in that video, and 30 minutes later, I kid you not, the Beast team called me and were like,
yeah, we want you on the show.
and I was like, oh my goodness, this is the fastest I've ever gotten a call back. So even me, I was shook. I know a lot of people apply for Beast Games, so I knew MrBeast was up there with YouTube. Then they were like,
Okay, we're going to email you sometime this month to give you more information to let you know about the Beast Game.
at that time, that's when I started working at this new job. That job was like hell. Once I knew this opportunity was in front of me, I was gonna take it. As weeks gone by, they started emailing me here and there, and then they sent over the contract to really finalize everything. That moment to me felt so surreal. I'm getting a little emotional talking about it. Not emotional in the sense where I want to cry because I'm sad. Emotional in the sense that they chose me to be there out of all these people. I felt so honored and so gracious. Okay, let me stop before I get my makeup messed up. I remember when they finally told me the day that I need to go fly to Las Vegas, because if y'all don't know about episode 0, I'm going to talk about it in a moment, but yeah, they gave me my information and everything. I was so nervous because I had no clue if my job would actually let me go ahead and take the time off, especially since it was a new job. So I remember I was at work and they accepted my time off request, and then they sent me the information for Beast Games to go fly out to Vegas. Bro, oh, I just my it just didn't feel real. That's how I got on Beast Games. Now let's talk about episode 0, because some of y'all don't know about episode 0 for Beast Games. So initially, I thought Beast Games were gonna start off when I flew out to Vegas. Off to Vegas I go. This is the last flight. Once I get there, I'm taking the Uber and then it starts. And we were at the Allegiant Stadium. If y'all have not watched episode 0, you should definitely watch episode 0 after this because it was crazy. Little did I know that when I came to Las Vegas and I checked in at the hotel and we were staying in our rooms and everything, we were so secretive, walking around Las Vegas with black trash bags. I thought that when we got to the stadium, it was going to be the 1,000 contestants and we're just going to start filming. Little did I know that was kind of like the trial to get into Beast Games. So out of the 2,000 people at that stadium, whoever was the 1,000 people who made it got to go to Canada for Beast Games. I had no clue what I was getting myself into. And this is where a lot of the rumors and a lot of the gossip starts with episode 0 in Vegas. I'm just going to say right now, I'm going to speak on my experience. Everybody had their different experience. Out of 2,000 people, of course, people are going to have really good experiences and bad experiences. I would say my experience was in the middle, and it wasn't due to MrBeast or his team. It was actually some of the contestants in Vegas. Oh, some of them got on my nerves. Yeah, I had people in Vegas testing my religion, testing my patience, testing my disability. It was just not okay. Some of the people in Vegas were real bullies for sure. I'm gonna say right now, if they show up in season 2, I'm coming for you. Not in a bad way, just like in a competitive way. I just remember the people who was really rude and mean, and I know who you to look out for. Overall, for episode 0, it was very competitive. I enjoyed the competitions. I really felt like I was being pushed, and that's what I came there for. I fought for my spot on Beast Games. I deserved it 100%. Nobody can tell me otherwise. From pulling that boulder, to going ahead and getting that briefcase, to going ahead to getting that flag, and for staying on that podium. I can sit here and I can say I did that. I'm a part of history. No matter what anybody says, even if they don't like Beast Games, you cannot take away the fact that I made history. On a less serious note though, I was so tired because y'all don't know, when it comes to filming, we're like spread out hours in between. When we were not filming, we would have like a meal. I remember we had boiled eggs, raw carrots, and cold oatmeal, mind you, not hot oatmeal. I'm talking about in the refrigerator type oatmeal. And now that I'm looking back at it, I kind of understand now. 2,000 people that you have to feed, and it has to be budget friendly. It was a part of the competition, but let's say it wasn't the easiest part. And then when we had like lunch/dinner, we had like chicken and quinoa, chicken breast. It was no seasoning on it really. I think there was probably only salt, and those salt and pepper packets, if y'all know, that's what got us through the game. Oh, and how can I forget about the feastables? We just kept getting feastables. Like MrBeast would come out like in between the games when we were having our breaks and be like, yeah, I got some feastables. And they were just throwing out the feastables. I remember I came back from episode 0 and was in my hotel room. I had a whole bunch of feastables, bro. And I also got them to sign my feastables. It was so fun. The Legion Stadium was mad cold and we were wearing short sleeve shirts. So I was like freezing sometimes. I would like put myself in a ball on the floor of the stadium and just like be holding myself and sleeping in between the games, because a lot of the times when we were filming towards the nighttime. So I slept kind of during the day and then we played at night. It was so bad that at one time I went in the bathroom, got a trash bag and put it on me, so that when I did lay on the concrete floor when we were towards the concession stand, I would not get my uniform dirty because we didn't shower. We didn't have a change of pants. We didn't have a change of shirt. Oh, we was all stinking, but we had like deodorant wipes. We had dude wipes. We had Def water, if y'all know what that is, those canned waters, and we had toothbrushes and toothpaste. They kept all of our undergarments. Now I don't understand really why that happened, but they kept our undergarments, and once we got to the stadium they started giving it out. I got my undergarments at the end of the first day, but I got them. Time to talk about what y'all all really came here for, and that is Beast Games in Canada for Amazon Prime Video. Before we start, let's remember that Beast Games have won what, over 40 Guinness World Records. Yeah, so for the haters, put some respect on MrBeast's name and his team. So when I got to Canada, I automatically felt a shift in energy, because when we got to Canada, they came, picked us up, and we went to our hotel. Here's the little room tour. Very nice. Ooh. Got a shower and a bath. Over here, they literally have a coffee machine. Amazing. And they got the things over there. Not to mention a little refrigerator. Look at that. See that? They got little lights on the bed, desk area, that little balcony area where you're not actually allowed to go outside. Canada, apparently it's raining outside, but this is what I can see. I can kind of see the city. And then got a little couch area with a footstool, a little closet area. They really outdid themselves. Got to our hotel, there wasn't a lot of people because I was part of the people who were part of the pre-shoot, like the transition from Vegas to Canada. When I got to my hotel, it was just a few of us, and we sat down and we had dinner together. They let us order anything. It was awesome, and we actually got to come out of our room. In Vegas, we had to stay in our rooms unless we were going ahead and getting food, while in Canada, we can come out of our room as long as we didn't leave the hotel, which was reasonable. Apparently people were going out in Vegas before we started filming, doing a whole bunch of nonsense, running up the cards and everything, buying steak and stuff. I'm not even gonna get into that. The next day after we got to the hotel, we were downstairs, we were eating breakfast with one another, getting to know each other. That's what a lot of y'all don't know. We didn't just fly to Canada, go on set and start filming. We actually were in the same hotel with each other. We were on the buses together. We were sitting down, having breakfast. We were eating lunch together. We were having dinner together. We were really bonding, like connecting, and it was such a beautiful moment. We told each other about each other's stories. Why did we come to these games? What we were looking for, just about everything. We got to know each other on a whole different level. We even got to play outside and be playing ball and tennis. Oh my gosh. If you know, you know. If you're watching this video and you were in my hotel with me, or we met on the bus or on set or anything, you know, we were like having a real connection. I know one of the questions a lot of people say is, why are you crying with a stranger or about a stranger? And that's the reason, because it seemed like we gotten close to each other more than I've gotten close to people who I've known for longer. We were well taken care of. They kept asking us how we were doing. Just so y'all know, when I was in Canada, it was about to be my birthday, and I was so sad that I wasn't celebrating my birthday with my family. The other contestants in the hotel sang me happy birthday. The Beast crew literally had decorations on my door. It was my first birthday away from my family on my first solo trip. So the fact that everybody came together and was so nice to me, it just blew my mind. For the people who did that, just know I love y'all, and that really meant a lot to me. When we were doing all that stuff leading up to the shoot, like actually filming the show, we weren't really allowed to take out our phones and take pictures and record. So that led to a lot of talking as well. Let's talk about on set, because a lot of people want to talk a lot of trash talking about it's AI. The set was not AI, baby. That set was exactly the way it was on Prime Video. Just a little bit of different lighting for dramatic effect, but yes. On episode 1, we were standing on these like kind of lit up podiums that we kind of walked across to get on. We were in numerical order. Obviously, I was number 13, so it started from 1 and went 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You get the gist, right? So there were some people in my row that I knew, but a lot of the rest of my row, I did not know these people. We had to stay on our podium when the camera was on. So the only time we really got to get off the podium was in between filming, when we went to the bathroom or we were eating, things of that nature. I want y'all to keep that in mind when I tell y'all what happened next. Basically, I could only talk to the people on the side of me and the people in front of me. So there was a lot of communication there. And we were on set. We were not allowed to use our phones, and we did not have our phones. They took away our phones. They took our medication, and they did give me my medication. I did not have no problem with that. Actually, they gave me some really special treatment, and that's what I'm really happy about, because I was scared coming onto the show as someone with epilepsy. My medication really is my lifeline. If I don't have that medication, I will have a seizure, especially if I have a lack of sleep, which I can tell you I was sleeping, but that's because I made it a priority. The place that we were at was so big, and seeing all 2,000 contestants together just felt unreal. It was so many people in one place. For episode 1, I remember when MrBeast, he literally came to all of our hotels, taking groups of 10, allowing us to ask him questions. From what I gathered from when I met him and I talked to him, he's actually a really cool, chill guy, and he's low-key a bit socially awkward, but in a nice way. I love seeing that from him because it actually motivates me. I'm actually a little bit socially awkward myself, though when I'm making videos like this or content, my personality is different, or when I'm interviewing somebody, it's different, because nobody wants to be watching somebody boring. So seeing him come out of his shell to make these games the way he did and having to interact with all of us, it was just so genuine and so sweet. Now, the biggest question, I'm not going to tell y'all what episode I got out in. You have to watch Beast Games. So if you haven't watched Beast Games and you haven't seen me yet, go ahead and watch it and then come back for this part. A lot of people have asked me, why did I not take the money when they did that bribe? So what you may not know is before that part, we had a video playing on the screen of everything that was to come. So we saw the city, the island, and all the cool stuff that we can win, including the big thing of money in the middle of the set. I really was just dreaming big. So when MrBeast said,
You can leave now and have money, but if you press that button, every time somebody press that button, that money is gonna go down.
I was like, no, because I can't even imagine how many people were going to press the button and how low that number would be. And I would have been so upset if I pressed that number and it was a very low number. I just let the people who really just needed to get out of there, didn't really have time to be on Beast Games in the first place, just go and get that money. I went there to win. Some of y'all are thinking from the outside. Y'all did not experience what I experienced. It was something. It was a tough decision not taking that money, but I can rest assured that I am happy even though I didn't make it to the end. I really pray God will give me better opportunities in the future, especially for my acting career, because you never know who will see these things. And if you are interested in working with me, go ahead and look in the description for my email because your girl is ready to be booked. At first, when I realized I was eliminated because I couldn't get the other people in my row to hit that button on time, I was devastated. I dropped down to my knees and I was sobbing. I could not stop crying. I think I cried for a good 15 minutes straight. It was terrible. My crying was so bad that I literally had to cover my face because I didn't want the cameras to catch me crying like crazy. Let me just not let people see me ugly cry. One of the team ringers came over and asked if I was okay, and since she saw that I was still crying, she started crying her own self. After that though, it was fine because we got to go ahead and walk around, say our goodbyes. They came and gave me a hug and I told them good luck. Going to Canada was amazing. It was exactly what I needed and nobody can take that away. Before I go though, I'm gonna answer the most asked question. Did I get paid for being on Beast Games? And am I getting paid now to promote Beast Games? I'm gonna make this really simple. Absolutely not. Was I gonna go on Beast Games without getting paid? Y'all think I have money to go to Las Vegas in Canada on my own time? If I did have that money, why would I have gone? Let me not say that because there were some people who were there who actually didn't need the money at all. They just wanted to meet MrBeast and be in a MrBeast video and experience the challenge. But that wasn't me. That's not what I came there for. I came there for the money. I came there for the experience. And yes, your girl did leave with some money. How much money? None of your business. Unless you want to pay my taxes. Even though I didn't win the big prize money, MrBeast and his team, like his crew, paid for me to fly from South Florida all the way to Las Vegas. I just got in Las Vegas and y'all, it is so hot outside. Coming from a South Floridian, that's saying something. It's like almost about to be nighttime. It makes no sense. I feel like I'm in the desert right now. In a this hotel. What type of hotel was it? 4-star? The hotel that he put me in, baby, that hotel was so nice. I have never been in a hotel like that by myself on my dime. Let me tell you that. It was beautiful. And then the fact that we had these meal vouchers where we just went and it had a limit on it and we bought the food with the meal vouchers. That was awesome. It was fun seeing the culture. I know since I got out a bit early in the game, afterwards, I was able to travel around. I got to go to the Ripley's Aquarium and I saw that big old tower that they have in Canada, and I was walking around. It was so nice just being there. It was such a good feeling. Canada for sure was a luxury vacation at that. And MrBeast said happy birthday to me. I couldn't record him saying that, but he said happy birthday to me. Oh, the contestants. Oh, beautiful people. If you're watching this and you were a contestant and you got to talk to me, love you.